So I bought this lift on Marketplace for $500 delivered. It's an old NUSSBAUM lift. It was said to have been working when it was decommissioned. They were upgrading or something, but they said the cylinders probably need to be replaced or resealed and maybe some hoses replaced. So I took the gamble and I think it paid off. It's a solid lift. It just barely fit in my shop, and I think it's going to work out great. It works. I lifted my truck with it, but the cylinders were leaking really bad. So there's no videos that I could find on sealing these old NUSSBAUMs. And this one I learned a valuable lesson. It's not a rotary, so I did like in their videos where I picked these arms all the way up into the top lock position, and then I bled the system off and they stayed there. This one's still here, locked, but I went to take the nut off the top. These have a nut at the very top of the ram, and when I did that, this whole arm dropped. Bam, hit the ground. And it's covered me in hydraulic oil up there on top of the ladder. So I had to use a chain hoist to jack it back up, and I was able to remove the ram then. So if you want to do this, make sure everybody's out from under it first thing. So what I'm going to do is jack it up just a little past the lock. Okay. So I'm looking at it from the top view now. You can see the hydraulic fluid mess. It sprayed everywhere when that arm came crashing down because I took the nut off right there. Show you this side. My floor here had to drill a hole for obvious reasons, but it's got a little cap on it, and there's a nut right here. Well, this nut is what I took off of the other side, and the whole arm system fell down. So now that I'm supporting the arm with that ratchet strap, this should come off and not drop. So first thing we do, son, you out of the way? Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, here we go. Okay, that's a good sign. See how that washer's loose? That means that it's not gonna fall. Before it was tight the whole way. All right, here we go. Okay, so I just kept hammering on it, and the problem was this thing was cross-threaded in there or something. You can see right here. So that is not good, but at least the arms didn't fall. So I'm just undoing all this, these hydraulic fittings. And then this is a 10mm Allen wrench. It's got 3 10mm here at the base. Just gonna pry down on it right here. There it goes. The cylinder dropped. The cylinder dropped. Anyways, if I hadn't have had this ratchet strapped up right here, those arms would have came down with that. Even though the safety latch is locked up there, they're separate. So whenever you do this, make sure you get your arms secured in place. And now all you do is just slide it out. And that's it. Oh, M20 by 1.5. And now you'll notice we can There we go. Threads right in there. And those other threads, they weren't really that messed up until about halfway up the threads. So like right to there, from here to here was like brand new. So I think somebody had cross threaded this in, and it went about halfway and they called it good enough. So I'm actually doing myself a favor by I'm glad I was able to find that, because now I've got full thread engagement, and so we should be good with that. Just gotta find a new one of these somewhere. Okay. But the seal, you can see what's left of it. It just pretty much fell apart when I pulled it out. It was just disintegrating, like, just check that out, this coming apart. So that was the problem with it leaking. So it's a week later, and we got the cylinders here back from the hydraulic shop. I took them to a local hydraulic shop in Carrollton, Georgia, Carrollton Hydraulics, and they did me a solid by resealing these. See, they got new wipers here, and they made it happen. I tried doing it myself, and I just don't have the resources to be able to make a seal kit. These are from 1985, and there's not a seal kit available, and they had to, I'm sure, custom make one. I don't know how they work, but they got it done for me. And remember that bolt? Well, they also knew a guy that machined me a new bolt. So there we go. And pretty sure that someone had cross-threaded that in there prior to my owning it, and so that was going to fail eventually anyways, and I'm glad that it failed, you know, in a controlled environment, and not with a car up in the air. So this right here should work out pretty good. The only difference, it's got a different style bleeder valve. He said they use this in dump truck cylinders, where you just use a flathead here and you can bleed it, and that's fine. That's gonna do good for our lift, and I'm excited to get this thing going. I have never had a lift, and this thing is going to be a godsend when it comes to especially transmission work. I've got several YouTube videos of me laying around on my back, crawling around on my elbows and knees, and getting stuff in my eyes under there. Those days are in the past, hopefully. And so we're about to get this thing put together. And oh, I forgot to mention that I got them to make me new hoses too. So got 3 new hoses here. As you can see, these were pretty rough looking. So that's another plus. We ought to be good to go now. Okay, so what I got here, this foot here, it goes up on here, and it's got this hog ring thing that holds it on there. You can see, and I'd use a pair of channel locks to just grab the side of this thing and pop it off, but it's different putting it back on. So I found a piece of I think it's 1.5" pipe or 1 5/8" pipe, and it fits around it, maybe, yeah, just barely fits around it, so that's perfect. If I can just get this thing centered on here, I'm gonna try and hammer it on. That worked. Ready. Let's try this again. So this has an extension piece right here, right there, and a fitting that fits on it. Like, you can't get a wrench on that, so I'm gonna put the fitting on the extension in a vise, and then put the extension with the hose and everything in here and try to get it started, and I can tighten it up with a wrench. So that may be why they did that, put that extension on there like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna put these together, clean it off good again, of course, and then put it in there. I try to twist it around a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. Tighten it up. Not too tight, it's an aluminum, so call that good. If it leaks, I'll tighten it some more. Now, let's get this one back up here. Bolt's loose. It's probably loose. Oh. Just got one of those loose. There we go. All right. I'm just tightening everything up. It's a 10mm Allen head. So I'm gonna snug it up good. Oh, the cylinder's trying to come out here. In. Pull it up here like this. And it's holding the locks. Here we go. Come down. Now that should come down with it. Just had to wiggle the cylinder, it would miss the hole. And this, but yeah, there's my red cap. See, this kept all that any junk from falling down in there. Now I got to pull that cap out with a pair of needle nose and put my bolt in. So, and then it's got like a little comb that goes over this, and so it'll run back up into here. So yeah, I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm tightening that bolt. It's just spinning the cylinder. So I'm gonna hit it with an impact a little bit, call it good. One more little bump. Good enough. There we go, we're all the way down. That's where it needs to be. Right there, threaded down in there. Go all the way. Bottoms out. And then I'll hit it with the impact a little, just one time. I'm gonna do it. Good enough. I'm gonna try out my Harbor Freight oil can here. I think it's gonna work pretty good for this. I'm just using AW, well, it's ISO 46. A little thicker oil, but I live down in the south, so it never gets like super cold here. Like it's December right now and I'm out here in a short sleeve shirt. So it's probably gonna take every bit of this and some. Okay, so completely out of fluid again. So what I've heard, you want to raise both of them up about a foot in the air and then loosen your bleeder screws on the top, and it allows all the air to be pushed out when those are trying to fall down. And when you see hydraulic fluid coming out, you tighten the screw up. So I'm gonna run these up just a little more. That's the way it's designed. You gotta fill it right here with it all the way down. Slow down. That's a bunch of air. You hear all that air? You play with this thing right here. Your proportion valve, make it one side go down faster or slower. So I've got my cylinders, my feet, about a foot off the ground, maybe 10 inches or so. Just gonna loosen the screw up and watch for any bubbles. Hear all that air coming out? Alright, now it's just straight hydraulic fluid. I'll tighten that up. I think we're good. All I see is hydraulic fluid coming out now. We go. Stop there and check. See how level we are. So this side's a little bit lower over on the driver's side, and this is what this proportion valve does. See how I picked that driver's side up? Now you put it back to both of them. Let's double check everything. Not sure if I got a good weight balance on it. Not too bad there. Oh, I'm so nervous. I've never had this thing up in the air like this. Up some more. Just trying not to go too high. It's high enough. It'll go up even higher, but I'm getting close to my cable up there. Well, a little bit later, the lift worked great. Was able to get my transmission out from in the car. Zach came over, give me a hand. He we just said, hey, you want to pull the transmission out of this thing? And here it is. 45 minutes is how long it took with the lift to get this out. And it's still warm where I take it down the road. So, yeah, and these are the clothes I was wearing. I'm not even dirty. It's, you know, not even dirty. And it was fun. We had the radio playing and got this thing, you know, just knocked it out. And so I'm glad that we made this investment. It's working out great, and I hope it helped some of y'all. And being able to jump on a task like this, it was worth it. And hope y'all have a great day. Have a blessed day. We'll see you later.